No, I've got Jeff.
Yeah, okay. We're good. So we're going to thank you very much. We're going to trial number 2. Hopefully you can all hear us properly. I'm just going to start it all again. So if anyone missed the first time, welcome to Between the Flags. This is episode 1 of the Bondi Rescue live stream for 2020. So this is right here on the official Bondi Rescue YouTube channel. We are here to celebrate the 15th year of Bondi Rescue, which is pretty insane that it's been going for that long. The guest we've got today, you can already see on the screen. We've got Hoppo, we've got Jethro. You can have a little wave. We've got Jules, and we've got Joel.
Morning.
Thank you guys for getting out of bed so early to come on with us. Thank you for the fans who are here and letting us know what's going on. We appreciate your direct feedback and very swift. There are so many comments, I can barely read them. Acknowledging a fan comment, trying to hold on. Francesca, she loves Jethro. I can tell you that much. Oh my God, it's so fun. I can barely read. People are singing.
Is that the rollerblader?
The rollerblader. Yeah, he said, you guys are all amazing people. So many comments. Please keep on going with those comments. We have people taking the best comments to ask the lifeguard later. And of course, acknowledging the coronavirus as we did earlier. This is very serious stuff. I hope everybody is social distancing, washing your hands, staying away from the old people in your life, but keeping them happy and motivated. It's a very serious time for everyone. So I hope everyone is being safe and well and no one has it. If you are, don't give it to anyone in the comments here, but I'm sure you can't. So today we're going to be hearing more from our guests, some of our favorite moments from the lifeguards, Q&As with the fans, and of course a very big piece of news for you guys at the end of this little live stream. So stay tuned. Lockie Murphy says, who is the person in the middle? My name is Steve Crombie. I am your host for this session. I may have forgotten to introduce myself. I'm sorry about that. I did live streams way back in maybe back in 2013. I'm just some random dude who loves Bondi and loves these guys. So I'll be your host for today. So going into the questions now, we have asked this question already. Let's start with the top dog, Hoppo. As we've jumped in before, season 15 is about to start, which is pretty insane. And I got to ask the question again. Did you ever think you'd still look the same 15 years later? You do look a lot different. And obviously 15 years, a lot has changed. Now, I understand you're engaged to Karen, which is pretty cool. You proposed, I believe, in Cuba. How is that for you, being no longer being a single sausage?
You know, that all happened in Cuba, a trip last year. But, yeah, I don't know. The coronavirus, if we get locked down, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
And she's here at the moment, so hopefully she hasn't thrown a knife at me yet, so I'm hanging in.
And Jethro, you've done you're a bit of a wild man, and as I mentioned before, you've always got a pretty unique take on fashion. I've seen you dressed as a woman, as a man, and sometimes mostly nude. Can you describe your look for today?
There's no boundaries, mate. Go day by day out there in society. They try to keep me down, but I've got a pink shirt with dots on it. I look better as a chick than as a bloke about 80% of the time. That's what I've been told. So like, you might as well embrace it, and it is what it is. Joel thinks it's dreamy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Well, can anyone tell the difference between Jules and Jethro at the moment? If she put a red hat on, I'm confused.
Put your Sunnington hat on, Jules.
It's uncanny.
Who's
Very, very difficult to chat. Very similar. Both very beautiful looking humans. And speaking of Jules, you know, you're an insanely fit human. You've been entering marathons, triathlons. Like, what motivates you to work so damn hard all the time?
I've always been a motivated person. So like I said before, when I was 4 years old, I told my mum pretty adamantly I wanted to be the best in the world. And she asked at what, and I just got real angry at her and said, well, I don't know yet. I'm 4. So I've still got that drive.
Well, it's very clear that you've got that drive. And how are you going? You're also doing a lot of stuff, teaching kids about safety as well, and doing lots of other crazy stuff out there. So congrats. We'll come back to that stuff later on. Joel,
Cool.
many people might not know that you're actually a school teacher as well as a lifeguard.
I am a school teacher. That's true. Also insanely fit. You don't ask me about that, Steve? Or where do I get my drive from?
I don't see you in trash. Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm all right. You can show, have you got any guns there, Joel? Do you want to show us your guns?
Nah, the lighting's not very good in here. Nah. But yes, I am a school teacher. Yeah. Whiteboard marker. They're my tools of the trade.
And how old were you when you started lifeguarding?
I was 16, I think, at a pool. So back in Tasmania. So it's a bit different. Very different vibe.
Very, very impressive. Yeah. All right, so let's jump into this. I mean, people want to see you guys in action. Everyone online on air is obviously a fan of Bondi Rescue. So we're going to show you a few scenes. Again, guys, this is all experimental. As I mentioned, my name is Steve Crombie. I am currently under quarantine after returning from India. We're all doing this from a house. So hopefully everything's going to work fine. We've got people from all around the world working on this. Let's see how we go. We're going to show you a segment that Jules is in, which you guys may or may not remember from season 12. How are we going? Is it going to be working okay, you think? All right, and let's cut to that scene right now.
Bondi Lifeguards, good morning. Whoa.
Huh?
We need to get down to North Corner. Someone's attacked another human.
It was a really panicked mum, and she was just yelling down the phone, there's a man that's been attacked.
How old is this guy that's all bloodied up?
That's a police job.
In his 30s, all right.
Okay, so Jules, that was the gang attack at Bondi. I mean, that looks like a pretty serious situation. We just showed a short snippet of you in the lifeguard tower.
Was that me answering the phone?
You answered the phone, exactly. Okay. What happened next? It looked really scary.
Yeah, it was probably the most brutal thing I've ever come across in my years of lifeguarding. Basically there was some sort of gang attack on the grass area at North Bondi. That's kind of a known area for families and young kids. So to have something so vicious and violent of that nature there, yeah, pretty scary.
And that's a real unusual thing, right? Has that ever happened before or after, or is that just an anomaly? It's not a normal thing in Bondi, right?
No, it's not normal. I mean, that's never happened since. I don't know if it happened in the years prior to me being a lifeguard there, but yeah, that's the first I've ever heard of anything like that.
Yeah. And so what was the result? They're obviously taken away, nothing else bad, everyone's safe, everyone lived happily ever after?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, obviously the people that saw were fairly shaken up. And then, yeah, the paramedics came and took the patient away. And then police obviously had to get involved. But beyond that, I'm not 100% sure.
Right, yeah, it's a heavy moment. But if you guys want to watch, by the way, any of these longer moments, you can see them on the YouTube channel, and the link for that full-length video is in the descriptions of this video. So, Jules, thank you for that. I'm glad that you're still alive and still well after helping that person get rescued. So, again, thank you for helping those guys out. Now, moving on to Jethro. Jethro, now you've done a fair few rescues in your life. I don't know if you remember from season 13. When you did a double rescue, which we're going to show right now.
There was a thought in the back of my head that, like, this is the first time you're going to paddle real hard.
Go. The fate of these two girls weighs on Jethro's shoulders.
They're both like crying, eh?
They're little, they should have. I don't know where their mum or someone is.
They were screaming for help when I was paddling out, so you just got to go. You got to go hard.
Okay, so Jethro, that would have been a pretty emotional experience doing a double rescue. How did you feel?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was like 7 o'clock, about to shut up the shutters. Gnarly when you do a rescue with little girls, especially little kids. Any bad, but two little girls out there in the ocean by themselves, screaming for help. It's emotional. Gnarly one.
Sorry, Jethro, we're having a challenge getting you on screen. Please hold one moment.
Yeah, my mum texted me and told me I wasn't on there.
What was that, though?
My mum texted me and told me I wasn't on the screen.
Yeah. No, your mum. We need your mum in the control room.
Do we need him on screen?
Technical glitches.
It was actually looking better without him there.
I reckon we've seen enough.
Is it my connection?
We on? We're good?
Yeah.
Can your mum see you, Jethro?
Mum, if you can see me, Mum, come through on the text line. 0428 La Bomba.
We should all be good. So Jethro, on a serious note, though, from memory, those girls were actually deaf as well. I mean, how did you get to communicate with them and how to be safe in the future?
Yeah, once you get out to a rescue, you want to talk to your patients. You want to say, it's all good, I've got ya, we're just going to float in, jump on my board. I'd never dealt with a deaf patient before, let alone two deaf victims. So it just ramped the situation up 10 times. It's emotional. I said, I was trying to sign them and get them on the board, but they were sort of signing with each other. It's a real weird one. And then the grandma was deaf as well on the beach, just to add another chapter in the story.
Wow.
That is pretty amazing. And was that one of your most emotional rescues? Is there anyone that you remember on, that is similar to a moment like that for you?
No, that's probably one of the most emotional ones. Watching the girls walk on the beach, hugging, mums hugging.
Yeah, it's hard stuff, mate. Well done again. But being there and rescuing these humans, it's going to be a pretty amazing experience. Do you communicate with some of these people who you rescue after you've rescued them?
Most of the time they get embarrassed, head the other way. Look, we might see them on the beach later on in the day. They might come up and say, "Here's mate, say hi." Mate, we rarely.
Gotcha. By the way, I was going to say, as a comment to this, Lyra Cobb has said, "This has made my year," regarding to this comment. And Ellen Sweeney has also said, Jethro, that someone give me the secret to this man's curls. Just to shift gears, is there anything you can talk about with your hair regimen?
Look, my mum gets a little bit upset with my regimen because there isn't one. I just get in the salt and let it do its thing. But lately she's been giving me this purple conditioner. She puts it in herself and runs it through. She tells me to leave it in. And last time I left it in for it was almost an hour. It's not comfortable. It's purple, but look, it's what you got to do out there if you want your curls. Put the purple conditioner in, leave it in there for an hour, and Bob's uncle, you'll be right.
All right, looks good. Looks very good. Very, very good. Now, shifting gears, first of all as well, guys, sorry to the audience for the strange way the video is bouncing around, cutting out. We're going to try and get this ironed out. There's a lot to do with internet speeds and Skype having a bit of issues internationally, again, because of the coronavirus and so many people online. But for the most part, it's all going okay considering the circumstances. So I hope everyone's hanging in there. Now, we're going to be changing gears and going to Joel. Now, Joel, we're going to play a shot of one of the new trainees. You guys have three new trainees, three new trainees this year. So we're going to go to a shot of one of them trying to control some people.
A month ago, local boy Dylan was finishing school. Today, he's Bondi's second trainee and learning just what it takes to command authority with beachgoers.
Yeah, you can start with something in front, guys. Make your way right back to shore.
If at first you don't succeed...
Hello? Swimmer, come right back to shore. Hello?
Try again.
Yeah, once again, guys, these couple swimmers here. Guys, make your way right in between the red and yellow flags.
It may be some time yet before Dylan's presence becomes as commanding as he'd like.
going to say live. You stuck the finger up.
These newbies need to learn to show their authority, especially when there's people in a rip and they need to be moved.
All right, so what is it like? Tell us what it's like to be, your first day on the job, you're going down on the sand. This is a shot of Dylan, basically trying to control people in the water. Do you remember your moment when you first went down on the beach and you had to yell at people to swim between the flags?
Yeah, Tasmania originally, and then spent a few years on the sunny coast. So I was used to a much slower lifestyle compared to Bondi. And I hadn't been living in Sydney for very long before I even started work down there. So I could barely find the beach, let alone tell people what to do on it. It's intimidating, but you just gotta put your big boy voice on and sort of fake it till you make it, and just try and stamp some authority early.
Wow. And so coming from Tassie, where there aren't many beaches in Tassie, to Bondi, how did you even get the job?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm still waiting to get the tap on the shoulder and tell me to go back home. But no, I did a fair bit of lifeguarding up on the sunny coast, and then when I moved here, I moved in with my mate Jackson Doolan, who was also from the sunny coast, and he was working down on the beach, and he said, "Look, mate, we got to get you on. It's the best job in the world." So he just snuck me in through the fitness test, and somehow I ended up on the roster.
I got a bit confused. I thought it was his brother Matt, the Ironman champion. So they're throwing a dummy.
Yeah, my brother's he's a very good waterman and professional Ironman, so I think they just assumed that because he was good that I was also good, and they just let me on and haven't been able to get rid of me yet.
Hey, you're a lucky man. You got one of the best jobs in the world. And we've got a bit. Alicia Bradford wants to ask both Jethro and Joel, when's the next Fish Out of Water episode? So you guys know they've created 2 episodes on YouTube called Fish Out of Water. You can check it out. These guys are a pretty dynamic duo going 4-wheel driving around Australia. So when's the next episode?
Look, a little bit of stuff on the hard drive stored. We're looking to get out there again. Obviously, we're in lockdown, and we just went through the bushfire crisis, so it's been a little bit hard to get out and about at the moment. But there's more coming. We promise you. We're just trying to sort out, funding it all and getting out there. It's a big mission. Two plebs like me and Joel on the editing sleeve. Not easy.
Good plug. Well, so far so good, Joel. I've watched it. It's very entertaining. Quite funny. Kayla Gold also has a question for Joel. What inspired you to become a teacher? It is one of the most rewarding jobs, and the kids are amazing. But what inspired you?
What inspired me? I'm an English teacher, and I've always loved English ever since I was a little kid, all the way through school. Probably the only thing I was any good at. And working down on the beach, the best part of the job is when you get to hang out with kids and take them for a ride in the buggy or give them a ride on the board. So I've always loved hanging out with kids and teaching them. So it just seemed like the natural thing to do, and I've been loving it so far. I'm at a really, really good school, and the boys are awesome. So yeah, got two very, very good jobs. Feeling very lucky.
Absolutely. Clearly you got a big heart, bro. So well done to you. Okay, now moving on to Hoppo. We're going to show a little scene from season 15 of Hoppo being boss dog at the beach, taking things into his own hands.
As Hoppo suspected, the thief is on a roll.
Go around the back. I'll come around the back with you because this is where they're all dumped. Another one?
Wow.
The victim and his friend spot a teenager holding something very familiar. But the youngster isn't staying around for long.
They've got no attention. We've got him here on the run. Back of the pad. They've got the guys still bag.
So, Hoppo, this guy was one of the fastest thieves I've ever seen in my life with those little red sneakers. It looked like he was about to chase after him, but then he just snuck into the dunny. were you actually going to chase after him through the pavilion, or were you just going to the toilet?
Look, mate, I'll tell you one thing. I've lost a little bit of speed in over the last 15 years. That if you put a bit of Benny Hill music behind it, it would have fitted perfect. No, he outran me. I just had to try and angle him towards the pavilion so we could cut him off at some stage.
And so, yeah, you've been there, so many people stealing stuff. I mean, like, how does it usually evolve after this? Yeah, and how many people usually catch out of the ones that you spot?
Look, we get a lot of thieves at the beach over the summer period, but we do catch a fair few, so it's always a win when we do. So that's something we always try and do, get as many as we can, and generally we capture them and the police come down, take them away. But most of the time they're all underage, so they only get a warning. They don't really get anything more serious than that.
Yeah, right. And what's the most serious thing anyone's ever stolen?
Oh, there's one story years ago. A guy came down. He just got paid out back in the day when you only got given cash in your pay. He had $3,000 cash, decided to have a quick swim before he went home, put his bag on the beach, and a thief took his whole bag, so he lost his $3,000 cash.
Oh, my God. And did you get it back?
Nah, it's gone.
Oh, man, that's terrible. That's terrible. So some of the few questions for you, Abby Reed. What's your favourite thing about being a lifeguard, Hoppo?
Oh, for me, it's got to be the lifestyle and keeping fit, and it's great being down there. You meet different people every day, from all around the world. So that's the environment's just fantastic to be around.
Yeah, right. And someone also asked, I apologize, your name disappeared, but can you have glasses and be a lifeguard? So what in the selection process, can you actually be a lifeguard and have glasses? Hoppo.
Yeah, he can have glasses. I mean, I think H used to wear his glasses on the beach sometimes. So, yeah, it's Jethro, look at him. He's wearing his glasses. So, I mean, it's, obviously in the water, it's a bit harder, but obviously you can wear glasses and still get a job. As long as you can see someone in trouble, there's nothing holding you back.
Right. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, and one other question for you, Hoppo. Clicker. We see where people are behaving indecently and stealing bags, and I wondered, is it ever difficult to restrain your anger from criminals in Bondi?
Oh, yeah, look, all the lifeguards get frustrated when people steal their bags. It could be a tourist, they lose their passports, they lose money, credit cards. The hassle of replacing all that can be pretty traumatic for people. So, yeah, it definitely gets frustrated, but still we need to be professional and hold back that frustration and pass them on to the police.
Right. Have you ever cut sick, as they say?
Cut sick?
Cut sick. Oh, look,
what's cut sick?
This day and age you can't. This day and age you can't, but back in the 90s was a little bit different. They used to drag them around the back of the pavilion.
Times have definitely changed. A warning for any would-be thieves, there's various consequences if you come down to the beach in Bondi. If you're aware these guys are going to chase you down, they're very fast, so be careful if you're watching. Wonderful, guys. Okay, they're all the themes we've seen from the beach. Obviously, it's very interesting. There's so many other things to watch in season 15. It's an amazing series, which you guys will have a chance to watch at some stage. Again, we'll be announcing something at the end of this live stream around how you may be able to watch a few of the episodes from anywhere in the world. Next, we're going to be going into a segment called Would You Rather? Okay, so this is a very, very important, highly professional segment. Jethro is getting ready. If anyone noticed that Jethro's curls just flow constantly, almost like he's in a film.
It's like a Beyonce, but better.
Yeah, there's no props here. There's just a natural wind in my room, and I just go.
There's plenty of wind there.
So I'm going to ask all you guys some questions, right? And basically, right hand is yes. So if you put your right hand up is yes, and left hand is no. Okay, so right hand yes, left hand no. So actually, no, that's all right. The right hand is the first one, and the left one is the second one. So the first question is, would you rather swim in a pool full of blue bottles or a pool full of sharks?
Sharks.
Yeah, Wait, we can't yes or no that. Yeah, sharks.
Yeah, sorry, sharks.
You swim with sharks?
Well, because
Hungry.
no, Jules, wait your turn. You're gonna get stung by blue bottles. Not like no doubt, you're gonna get razzed up proper by the blueies. But you might jump in the shark tank, but you don't even know if they're hungry, mate. They might just swim around you. You can't.
That's a pretty big risk to take, mate. What sort of sharks? What sort of sharks are they? When were they last fed? I've seen enough James Bond movies to know that jumping in a shark tank is a bad idea, mate.
Hey,
What
Hollywood?
What type of shark is going to eat this bloke? He wouldn't even get a decent feed.
Yeah. Fine for Jeff. I'm a big L meal from Bill Wells.
You're a tasty little fellow, you are, Joel.
How about you, Jules? What would you choose?
I'd definitely go the sharks. Yeah, without even questioning it. Yeah.
Right.
Not blue bottles.
All right, there we go. That are very, very clear answers there. Thank you.
Enjoy, Jeff. I'll be
The
fine.
left, right thing. You guys can just yell out these answers. So the hand thing not working. So, okay, next question is, would you rather, on a rescue, get a bum in your face or a face in your face? When you do a rescue, just got to be clear on that. 'Cause, I mean, sometimes you can't help it. You just got to rescue someone. You have a preference or...
Steve, it depends what type of face. It depends what type of face.
Okay.
What type of ass?
Oh, Bruce.
All right. We're going to move on to the next question. Would you rather be stuck for 24 hours with Jesse or Maxie?
Oh, man.
I reckon.
That's
Jesse.
Fun, mate.
Maxie likes to show you a lot of funny videos on his phone, constantly. And I think 24 hours could just be too much. I reckon. There's only so many times you can laugh at horses in the background of some movie that he's made. Although they are funny, Maxie. Sorry, but too much.
Jules, what did you say, Jules?
I reckon Jesse.
Why Jesse?
He's just one of my absolute favourites, and he's so funny, but then he can go so serious, and he's just hilarious. So, yeah, we always have a good time working together. So, yeah.
Right, good. And Hoppo?
Yeah, I'd probably go Jesse as well because he'd probably self-explode at some stage and you wouldn't have to deal with anything.
He's like a locomotive, mate. He's a victim. He ain't stopping.
Yeah. Maxie would keep going 24/7.
All right, next question. Would you rather swallow a mouthful of salt water or a mouthful of sand?
Yeah, I'd go the salt water.
Salt water. Yeah, salt water, definitely.
Salt water.
I've eaten sand. You've eaten sand, Joel.
I've eaten sand, but not on purpose. I drink the stuff out of the olive jars anyway, so I'm sort of conditioned for it. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Bit of pickle juice.
If you're on the job at Bondi, okay, so the next question, would you rather be stuck in the tower all day or stuck at the south end all day?
Oh, 100% in the tower.
In the tower?
Yeah.
South end.
Wait, sorry.
South end.
Oh, sorry, because we got a new tower down south.
Okay.
Our towers, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for down south.
Yeah.
Why would you choose down south?
There's more doing. Oh, you're talking about the new tower down there? Or you're talking about just saying, the new tower down there. Oh, well, I'm going to go the main tower then.
Oh, so you choose the main tower?
Yeah.
But you go south in the tower or out of the tower, Jules?
Either or. Bit of isolation, bit of time. It's all good.
All right. All right, we've got a few more of these. Would you rather have Hoppo's hair or Jules's hair? Hoppo's hair or Jules's hair? Which would you prefer?
I can't comment. I've already got this.
I think I'd look better with Hop's hair, but I don't know how long it's going to last. So I'd get a few good years in.
Bruce, the allegations true about the hair in a can.
The spray on works well, mate. Don't worry.
I've got a random question here. Would you rather, by indicate, would you rather be stung by a blue bottle or a wasp?
Louis?
Oh,
Blue bottle.
Wasps,
yeah.
they're a bit etched. Like, you see a wasp, you don't want to get stung by him.
But they can sting multiple times. They're not like a bee. They don't drop. They'll keep going. And they have facial recognition. They'll come again.
Don't forget. They don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have facial recognition.
They're full tech guys.
So if you annoy their hive, they remember your face. And
they bring all the cousins. They bring all the cousins, lad.
Has this happened to you before, lad? You've been spoiled the wasps, lad?
Me? Have I been? I haven't, no.
I'll never forget a face, bruh. I'll never forget a face.
Eat one.
Okay, this is an important one. You've got to listen closely to this one. So, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Oh. Oh.
I'd take the one horse duck.
One horse-sized duck. It's massive, but there's one.
I saw a picture of a goose the other day, and they've actually got teeth, and they've got teeth on their tongue as well. So I don't know if ducks have the same sort of thing going on.
They've got sharp bills.
Yeah, but 100 will put you down on the ground, and you're.
Yeah, I don't want 100. That'd be torture.
It depends how organised they are and what sort of brain cognition have they got, because if they're coming at me one-on-one, I feel like I could take them down, but all at once, I don't know.
All right.
I reckon me and Jeff would take them together.
Just one.
Yeah, if me and Joel can team up.
Back to back.
Can we
snapping necks.
pinch off the truth? Can we?
Oh, Jules, they're fighting me, all right? This is.
Yeah, no rules.
Would you rather?
Like, we love animals, but there's no rule. Like, it's death cage.
So we have another one here. This is from you know, so this is from Bridie. She's from our team. She wants to ask you guys a question. Would you rather have finger-length arms or arm-length fingers?
Finger-length fingers.
Arm-length fingers. They're functional.
Arm-length fingers.
Can you imagine the
fingers?
Oh,
finger.
Yeah, I'd have to go
That'd be
arm-length fingers,
weird.
I think.
Yeah, arm-length fingers.
That'd be so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Be good at water polo.
That's so weird.
What about finger-length arms?
They're just useless though. Finger-length arms, aren't they?
Yeah. Well,
at least Jules and Jeff, you can stroke your hair with the long length fingers.
You can cook your noodles.
We've got to be fan ones. So one
These are good.
says, would you rather be on a jet ski or on foot patrol?
What?
Would you rather be on a jet ski or walking along the beach?
Definitely.
I'd go the walk along the beach.
Yeah, walk along the beach.
walk along the beach is always fun.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Surely a jet ski be awesome fun, right? Why would you want to be on a jet ski?
It's awesome for the first 15 minutes, and then you're like, okay, sweet. Who wants to go next?
Okay, we got one other question. Actually, two more. Would you rather deal with drunks or deal with thieves on the beach?
No, thieves for sure. No one likes talking to a drunk person.
Okay.
And they smell as well. So.
Like there's a horde of drunk Irish. They're just there. Try dealing with that.
It does look pretty difficult. It does look very difficult. And one very important final question. Would you rather be covered in fur or scales?
Scales, without a doubt.
Oh my God.
Fur. You get lots of pats. You're not getting pats if you're covered in scales.
You just call yourself a mermaid.
Yeah, fur. Karen pats the dog more than me, so I'll go to fur, I think.
Okay. That was the end of that amazing segment. Thank you guys for participating in the Would You Rather. We are now going to be going to questions from the fans. There's a lot of questions coming up here, so it's pretty cool. I almost don't know where to start. Okay. Noel Finnemore Joel says, what's your favourite type of bread, Jethro?
My favourite type of bread would have to be your standard Wonder White loaf. It's not quite as dense as our friend Joel's up, but it does the job done. It's a long shelf life type of loaf. But if you want to know about loaves,
yes, that one. That's a dig at me. They call me the loaf at work. That's my nickname. Yeah.
Because you eat a loaf a day.
No, in winter I sort of tend to blow out a bit, and because I'm from Tasmania, I've got quite pale skin. So Mouse, actually, Michael Jenkinson thinks that I resemble a big loaf of white bread. So it's one that's stuck. So yeah, cheers for that, Mick.
That is very funny. It's a great nickname, Joel.
Thank you.
So a question for Hoppo from Clickerd. How hard is it to be able to spot people who are stuck? Like from the show, they look incredibly small, and it must have taken a long time to be able to spot people so small needing aid easily.
Oh, yeah, it takes a few years to get used to it. It's nothing you just pick up straight away. So, yeah, to spot people in trouble, it takes a bit of time and experience. And but at the end of the day, you start narrowing it down into where you can find people. I found going to shopping centres, when people lose kids, they say, "Where's my kid?" I tend to be able to find people so easy in crowds. Yeah. So your mind just must get set on where people are and trying to find people.
That's great. That's really good. Jules, look, Annie Parker and many other people want to know. Well, they want to see your bird. Can you please go grab the bird and bring it back? And look, it's so loud.
He's going to be loud.
Part of it anyway.
He's in my room. It's going to be really ready for that.
Maybe just bring it in for 10 seconds if it's too loud, and then. But I think everyone really wants to see the bird. So
okay. Funny story with Jules. It actually got handed in on the beat. We call another organisations. They never come down and get the birds. And then Jules walked in, being the animal lover she is, and took the bird under her wing. And she still got it. It's like a year ago. So now she's got a pet bird in her house. His name is Peggy.
Wow.
Hello, Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
Peggy.
Hey. Now he's quiet.
Careful of the teeth.
On camera, I think.
So what type of bird is it for everyone who's watching, Jules?
It's a rainbow. Yeah, no, it's a rainbow lorikeet.
It's a rainbow lorikeet. That's amazing. And so Jethro gave us a bit of a background of the story. The bird needed rescuing. No one would take it. You were like, I'm going to take the bird. You've had it for a year. What's the relationship now between you and the bird? You guys look pretty close.
Yeah, I reckon we're like that. It's that I work 13-hour days, so he doesn't like being away from me. But, you know, he's got all his toys and he lives in quite a mansion and he lives a very luxurious life. So, yeah, he talks and whistles and does all sorts of things.
Wow, he's actually very chill now. He should just stay and chill out with you. We should bring him on to everyone next time.
He missed me, so that's why he was, screaming and screeching.
Very cool. Annie Parker is very stoked, by the way, that you brought that bird out.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jules. She's a super fan from the UK, by the way.
Oh, cool.
We've got people from the UK, from the US, from Northern Europe, all sorts of places around the world. So it's pretty fun stuff here. So Emma Hamilton has a question for everyone. Would you rather self-isolate if Aussie gets locked down from the team? I can't quite understand that one, but I'm gonna adjust a little bit. Would you rather self-isolate with the lifeguards or self-isolate with your family?
Family.
Oh. Family, definitely family.
Have a look at this.
I reckon lifeguard, you spend almost, 50 plus hours a week with some of these guys. Like, they feel like family and they're so funny. So, yeah, it's a hard call. But, yeah, you'd go family, but these guys feel like family too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Moving to blue. Okay, so the next one, we're looking at somebody, Anna Gerardo. She asks, Jules, what are the best and worst things about working with such a large group of guys and at times being the only female?
I reckon the best thing, they're constantly, you constantly laugh. Like, you're crying with laughter probably from 6:15 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. Like, there's so many funny moments that you can't even explain. So there's a lot of laughter. So everyone's quite healthy and happy. Worst, I do a lot of extra cleaning and tidying. I try and, tidy up after the boys a fair bit. They haven't quite got that down pat, but I don't mind tidying, so it's all good. So it's not really bad anyway. It's kind of funny keeping them organised because they don't know where their stuff is and I do.
I feel like they all went quiet then, like you put them in their place. Like, oh, that's true. Let's move on to the conversation. Okay, Lockie Adamson, he had the question for everyone, basically. What are life up to now with being closed due to the coronavirus?
You go, Hop.
What was the question again? Sorry, mate.
What are lifeguards up to now with the beach being closed due to the coronavirus?
Oh, look, we're all down there still keeping an eye on if anyone decides to come down and jump in the water. But, we're looking at online courses. We're doing back-end stuff, looking at our procedures, looking at all different ways, a little bit of training with our first aid and resuscitation. So a lot of back-end stuff that we don't get time to do because we get so busy throughout the year. And plenty of bagging as well. That's probably the other side of it. We've got more time to bag each other.
The debate, so as an Australian term, more time to knock each other a bit, more time to
pay out on people.
Pay out on people. Gotcha. Now, I've got an interesting question from Claudia. I presume that it's related to blue bottle stings, where Claudia Harrison asks, have you ever peed on someone?
No.
I mean, is that true that pee helps with the blue bottle sting? Let's just take that out of the question. Does it help or is that not true?
No.
So don't pee on a blue bottle sting. It doesn't help.
Well, they say warm water, hot shower, warm water. So who knows?
Don't be weighing.
Don't weigh on your friends. If you take something away from this live stream at all today, don't weigh on your friends, guys.
Okay, good. Now, this is a very important, serious question for you guys. So I want you to take it, be careful at how you answer. If the lifeguards were, if there was the lifeguard Hunger Games, who would win?
Oh,
Boo.
wow.
Boo.
Who would win?
Boo in like 15 minutes, maybe less.
It'd be short. It wouldn't be as long as it'd be short.
Yeah. There's no one else, I reckon, that could take Boo down at all.
Maybe Will Bigelow.
I reckon...
No, Will would be too hot-headed. He'd die within the first 10.
Yeah, you've got to keep a cool head.
On 10.
He'd take the bait and he'd be gone, and then Boo would just pick us off one by one.
Noah Finnemoy, he's gone within the first 10 seconds. No. He's gone, mate.
Okay, we've got time for 3 more questions. Jordan Swan asks, to all lifeguards, what is the strangest thing that you've ever seen wash up on Bondi Beach?
For me, it's that the bomb washed up one time off one of the Navy ships that it washed in. So many years ago, early days of the series.
We had like a package full of test tubes with like purple liquid in them and a note that said that they were like on an island or something like that. That was a weird one.
What?
Yeah, I never got to the bottom of that either. I sort of just went on lunch, so I'm not sure what went on there. That was weird.
Oh, what's the weird?
How about you, Jethro?
Oh, it's not really weird, but I guess that shark that washed up, like you'd expect it to come from the ocean, but still seeing a shark washed up on the beach, that's pretty out there.
Absolutely. Jill?
Yeah. It was at a different beach when I was working at the time, but it was a giant whale, and obviously with that brought a lot of big hungry sharks.
On the beach.
Yeah. Oh no. Do you know what? The weirdest thing was the pasture bulker, like a 30-foot ship.
What? Washed up on the beach?
Yeah, in Newcastle. It ran aground at Nobby's Beach in Newcastle. That was the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
One of those big coal ships. Yeah.
So let's see. Let's gonna look down for some questions. A lot of people, Jethro, are asking about your shoulder. How did it feel when you dislocated your shoulder?
Can you show that clip?
We don't have it on. I don't think we've got it ready now. We can't.
I never want to dislocate shoulder. I always look at people coming up with dislocated shoulders, and I just hope I never do that. And when I hit the beat, you've all seen the footage. I hit pretty hard. I did a shocking job. It felt so weird. And when Harry said it dislocated, I was rattled, and it hurt so much. Like you just know something's not right. Like you got things sticking out different angles. I don't even want to talk about it. Stop asking those.
Everybody's asking about your shoulder. Your shoulder and your hair are very popular.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing though. He didn't handle the green whistle too well later. That is on the bed.
Well, what happened behind the scenes, Hoppo? What happened with the green whistle with him?
Oh, but we had to put him on the first aid bed back in the tower, and he was in agony. So we've given him the green whistle. Two green whistles. And I'll tell you what. Some of the stuff that was coming out of his mouth, and he was giving up a lot of things.
Dangerous time. We've got time for a few more. Let's see how we go. Okay. Here's an interesting one. So Ariel Zardoa, she asks, is everything true on the TV show?
Yeah.
Well,
as it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Have a look at us. We're no good at acting.
Jeff wears makeup in his master interviews, but that's about it. Everything else is 100% natural and organic.
Makeup, foundation in it.
He wears a thick layer of brown zinc cream.
Jackson wears more than me.
Jackson does it too. Yeah, that's true.
It's all right. It's just zinc. Makes your eyes pop. Happy days.
Apart from that, all natural. All natural.
Not true. I don't.
Okay, so I'm looking for so many questions here. Okay, let's see. Which one's the final question? Okay, here we go. Annie Parker says, "Hi everyone, I'm 13. I'm a super fan from the UK. My question is, I really, really want to visit Australia, Bondi Beach. How should I convince my parents to take me and my 2 siblings there on a holiday?"
How do you do that? Well, it's going to be pretty difficult at the moment, but I feel like you could say that you need to get out of the house after all this, and you've got to live every moment to the fullest. So I reckon you weasel it in on that angle. Just say, once this is over, we're going down under, and there's nothing you can do about it, Mum. You're not the boss of me, Mum, okay? Going down under.
I'm 30.
You don't understand me. You don't understand me. I'm going down under, okay? And I reckon that'll work.
Wow.
It's not a phase, Mum. I love Australia.
That's good. That's a very good answer, Joel. Anyone else got any tips or advice for how to convince your parents to go on a holiday?
I reckon Joel just nailed that.
My parents sent me away when I was 18, so I don't know. I could give you some tips on that. They sent me away from Tasmania, so maybe you can ask my mum and dad.
Maybe if your mum's has got hair, or anyone wants hair like Jethro, they could say, "Look, come down, and we're going to show you how to do the hair as curly as Jethro's got it."
It's in the soil down here.
You got the purple magic.
Yeah, the purple badge, mate. Get that in your room.
Okay, well, look, guys, thank you so much for answering. And thank you to all the bands for asking all those questions. They're amazing questions. Jethro, Hoppo, Jules, Joel, they were amazing answers. Thank you so much for offering your time to hang out with the fans. It's been pretty hilarious, and we could definitely do this for longer. But to everyone that say, when is the next live stream? This is the one guaranteed. We're going to do one more. We may do more. We'll see how many people come on board next time. This has been a pretty amazing experience. But we're definitely going to do one next week. So stay tuned. 7 days from today, same time, same channel, same location. We're going to be doing one more live stream. But next week, we're going to be having a few different people, including Maxi, which is going to be fun. And one question everyone is asking is, how can I see Bondi Rescue? Now, this is a serious question, oh yes, of course, and we'll come back to that. So this is a pretty serious question. How can I watch Bondi Rescue? Currently, if you're in Australia, it's on Channel 10. You can see it. If it's in New Zealand, you can see it as well. Apologies, I don't know which channel. If you're everywhere else in the world, it's obviously very difficult for you to see it right now. Typically, it goes out, staggered in different countries around the world. But we have something special to announce, that on the Bondi Rescue YouTube channel, in 48 hours, we will be broadcasting episode 1 and episode 2 around the world for 12 hours only. So we're going to be setting up a premiere 12 hours only. It's going to be in 48 hours from now. You'll see it on the channel. The more people that watch it, then you might have a chance to see more episodes, but we don't know yet. We can only guarantee 2 episodes for 12 hours. So stay tuned, grab your friends, watch it a million times, and we'll see you then. Now, obviously, any questions, please leave a comment on what you'd like to see next time. Which lifeguard you want to see in the show? I'm presuming you want to see all of these guys again. This isn't The Voice. But yeah, we'd like to hear what you guys want to do. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of videos to entertain you guys. Please go check out the social media. Go check out the merch of Bondi Rescue, which should be somewhere below this video. And again, special thanks to the lifeguards for being a part of this amazing experience. It's been phenomenal. My name is Steve Crombie. This has been the Bondi Rescue live chat show. See you next